Hello, everyone. Marko here. Exciting announcement today. It's been a while since I've had a recording and a video out on my channel, so I appreciate everyone's patience as I've been basically locked down in the lab working. And today we're going to have an announcement of my first product line on VeTest to go live. And that first product line is the SmartMetal Store, a P2P implementation of our current SmartMetal Store. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing is I'm going to come to the login screen here and log in. If you don't have an account, right down here at the bottom, create one here. You can just click that and create your account and log right in. vetest.app is the URL. Okay, so we log in. Here's our home page. Lots has changed on the platform since last time. A lot. I've been working extremely hard in the lab, put in a lot of time and effort to add in new features and functionality on the platform. And there's a lot here, too much to go through in today's video. So what we'll do instead is focus on the SmartMetal Store today. And in upcoming videos, I'll focus on the other new functionality, the other product lines on the platform. So here I've taken us to the SmartMetal Store, and you can see we have one product in here. SmartMetal Store, just like all the other product lines on VeTest, is built on Reggie's patents and his Contra Protocol, and it uses HTLCs, hash time lock contracts, to settle the transactions. And when the transaction is settled, the order is shipped off to the Quantum Metals store. So what we've got here is a couple tabs, and I'm in the production environment here, so I'm not going to click on my orders or admin. There's sensitive information on those pages, but I do have some screenshots here that'll take us through an order, what it looks like when it's complete. I'll take us through that order right up to the point of clicking purchase. And again, this is in the live environment. I did make a purchase already, and I have that saved in my orders tab. So we'll review that. So on here, on the card for SmartMetal, you see our first SmartMetal very silver round here. In the future, as we bring on more SmartMetal products, they'll just display in the store here. We see the price is $357 with a flat fee of $50 shipping. There's currently 1,889 units available. That's from a start of 6,566. So less than 2,000 to go. There, the pace is beginning to pick up. Weight it shows is 62 grams. I believe that includes the entire package and everything. The weight of the actual metal is 1 troy ounce, as noted here. So you simply click this, and it brings you into the initial screen here. It gives you a description of the product. You can scan through the various images here and browse those, and a little bit more information down here, the specs and the vendor information. The vendor is, of course, Quantum Metals, New Zealand, and that's Jeremy, our teammate and peer. And if you wanted to look at the product out on Jeremy's website, you could click right here, and it tells you the date and time the inventory was updated. So you just come in, click place order, and here's where you'll put in your information. So we can put in John Doe, and let's see, 303-555-1212. It's got some of my old addresses popping up there. Shipping, John Doe, 123 Main Street, and city is somewhere, and state, let's see, what do we want to call for the state? Let's go to Montana right now. You can just click through it for uh, provinces, likewise. And it's also keyed off of the country here with the international standard designated country codes. Postal code, uh, I don't know what it is. We'll just make one up. And then you can put some notes in here. And I'll show you what those look like in the end. Here's the order summary. We're placing an order for one. If you want more, you can just click up the quantity here. And that brings us to $357 and $50 shipping. Just to show you, if I do bump that up to two, now it's 714 and shipping is still 50. So it shows we've got just a flat fee in shipping. And if I were to click place order, it would then pop up MetaMask and take me through the process of actually confirming the transactions and paying for the order. So instead of doing that, what I'll do, once you place the order and it runs through successfully, it'll save a copy out here in my orders. And so I've got some screenshots of that here. This is blown up bigger so that we can see it. And across the top here says the total number of orders that I placed. Zero are pending payment, zero are in transit, one has been delivered. And so we see here order smart metal, and the key here is the date 2026-05/31. So this was yesterday, and sequence number 0067. And the status of that particular order is it's been forwarded to the vendor, so it's in Jeremy's hands, and the payment has been settled. So it recaps the product, the order date, quantity, the total price, gives you the email and the ship to address, which I've redacted here. And when you put in the special instructions, that's already closed, that I talked about, it will actually paste those into right into the order itself. So if you need to send a message to Jeremy or the shippers or anybody else in the line, uh, or if you just want to put a note in here for your record for later, because this will be saved with the order down the line. So continuing on, we see the payments confirmed. We see the vendor payment. I chose ETH. You have a choice. The currencies I use on the platform are ETH, USDC, and the Very token. Regarding the Very token, in the near future, I hope to add additional functionality for the Very token by providing a discount on certainly on the platform fees, which we'll talk about in a moment, and hopefully even on the order itself, but more to come there. So we see the payment was confirmed. Vendor payment, which went to Jeremy, was 0.2029 ETH, and it gives you the transaction hash right there. It's actually clickable if you look on the platform itself. Likewise, platform fees clickable as well. And let's review the platform fees. They consist of the IP owner fee. That's the fee that goes to Reggie. And we'll explore that a little bit more in the next image I've got. I expand the what we call the primitives for those fees so we can look at what components make up that fee. In this case, the IP owner, 0.00114 ETH. That goes to Reggie. The technology fee is the fee it costs to deliver Reggie's patents and claims to you, the end user. So we break each action down to the primitive level, which is a claim. And so you'll see the next image, when we expand these, we have a cost to deliver each of those claims above. And then finally, the third component of the platform fees is the sysadmin gratuity. This is an optional gratuity sent to the sysadmins. There's two currently, myself and my sysadmin in training. It's actually my nephew, Joshington, or Josh for short. So if you guys ever want to throw some coffee money or a little lunch or something to the sysadmins who are largely hidden, unseen on the platform, but we keep it running. That's how you do it, is through the sysadmin gratuity. So the next section here, we see the order was forwarded to Quantum Metals. Remember, this was yesterday. We see 5:31 2:43 p.m. that was actually synced, and it gives us the WooCommerce order number. And what happens when we place an order on VeTest and you complete the HTLC funding transaction? What it does then, it actually injects the order directly into the Quantum Metals order stream via their API. So before going live, I worked closely with Jeremy to make an integration between the two platforms via his WooCommerce API. And so that's what you're seeing here is the front end of it and the HTLC transaction processing on VeTest, and then the actual order processing happens over in Jeremy's Quantum Metal space. So we continue down here. We see the total maker platform fees, these three components we talked about up here, total to 0.007137 ETH. And if you want to, if you're just curious and you want to back into that for the base price, you could just remove the gratuity and come up with the current price for ETH for these two amounts here, and you'd have what the equivalent is without a gratuity included. So the bottom section here just shows us those three components and how much went into each one. And just a note here, tips support our unpaid volunteer sysadmins who assist users with questions, intent setup tutorials, and platform support. So now, if you can imagine clicking these two drop-down arrows, what we see there is top part here is the same. We see the instructions and that upper payment information and the Quantum Metals order status where they're processing. And now we see the platform fees, the total fees with the three components, and the breakdown first on the maker IP owner fees. We see that it uses four of Reggie's primitives off of his patents, and those are organized by claim. So, order creation claim one creates a customer order intent for physical product fulfillment, initiating the smart metal purchase workflow, and it gives you the details on that, the inchoate intent creation for product orders, and covered by the patents there. And over here is the fee for using that particular claim. Each claim is priced independently because they do vary between claims, of course. Some are more heavy lifting and others are lighter. Next one here, we have price oracle query. That's claim 13. 0.00014 ETH, and that fetches the current market exchange rates for accurate payment conversion between USD and the platform cryptocurrencies. So the detail there, external price feed integration for currency conversion, and that's under the 6566 patent. Payment split, claim 13, 0.00029 ETH. That executes the smart contract disbursement of the funds between the vendor, platform, and technology providers. So, detail is a multi recipient payment split and disbursement covered under two of Reggie's patents. And then the final one, we have vendor notification. Forwards paid order details to the vendor for fulfillment via webhook or email notification. In our case, we're using webhook via the API. I did start out via email notification, and before going live, I put in some extra work to just go ahead and do the full API integration. So we do have email for backup if necessary. So charge for that 0.0014 ETH, and that's external notification and order forwarding under 6566. So that's the four primitives and the fees that align with the claims and the patents. Then underneath, we have the maker technology fees that align to those one to one. And this is the fee to deliver the above primitives. So for order creation, 0.000130 ETH, that's the cost to deliver to you, the user, this claim number one up here. And likewise on down through order creation, price oracle query, the payment split, and the vendor notification, and the specific technology actions that are happening with each of those items on each primitive. And then the final one, again, the optional platform tip that we talked about that goes to the sysadmins. There's a setup, a little box set up in there with a slider that you can uh, go from 0 up to however high you want. And that'll, again, goes to the sysadmins. So that's the looking at the receipt that you would see from my orders. And that pretty well covers the SmartMetal store. When you do get an update from the platform, for example, when Jeremy ships it, this my platform polls continually and periodically for checking for updates. And when you get an update, then it will show up in here. This section here will basically say, I think shipped or order complete or something to that effect. And then we'll have two come up. Or eventually, when it'll go ship or it'll be in transit and then it'll be delivered. So um, that's the life cycle of the order. Pretty basic overall. It does uh, have the same flow, and I've tested it with sample products for when we do expand. There has been some talk about get actually more than talk. We've got some early discussions on smart metal product number two. And I have no idea what that'll be, but you can see we have less than 1900 units left here. The pace seems to be picking up, the sales pace, and I would expect as it approaches closer to 0, that pace will probably continue to pick up. And we want to have, from a very community perspective, we want to be prepared and try and have our next smart metal product here already teed up and minted or ready for minting, etc. So more to come there, and also more to come on all the other great, wonderful functionality we have out here. Next up, in the next video, if I hold my cadence, we'll talk about creators. And creators is another exciting product line on the platform where creators and influencers can come in and own their own own their own subscribers without fear of being censored or worse, being deplatformed. So more to come on that. And by all means, get out there, log on to vetest.app, create yourself an account, jump into the SmartMetal store, and get your order in. And while you're here, one last thing, SmartMetal related. When you do get your SmartMetal and you activate it, we've got other videos on SmartMetal activation. Check my other videos out there. But we've got a companion room here, token gated community for SmartMetal NFT holders. And if you have one or more SmartMetal NFTs activated, you can get into this SmartMetal community room here. That is, in fact, the only way to get into that room. So if you want to get into some of the exciting advanced functionality, go pick up your SmartMetal today, get it activated. I'll put in a plug there. That's activate.very.vip. Come in, and once you do that, you can connect up your wallet, check your balance, scan your QR code, and activate your NFT. That will open you up to the wonderful world of VeTest P2P and more additional functionality on this platform and other platforms. So thanks much, everybody. Appreciate you hanging with me while I had the big absence, while I was out in the lab doing development. But now things are ready to start rolling quickly. So in the coming days and weeks, we will break out with additional videos talking about our future grand opening of our additional product lines in here. So take care, everyone. Thanks much, and we'll talk to you again soon.